welcome to the program on F Living channel, Property Behind the Scenes, brought to you by the Federation of Estate Agents. I am your host today. My name is Simon De Bono and I am the General Secretary of the Federation of Estate Agents. The program will show every day from 7:30 in the morning and at 8:30 in the evening from Monday to Friday. In the weekends, on Saturday and Sunday, there's another showing at 10 a.m. in the morning and 6 p.m. in the afternoon. Today I have with me in the studio Dr. Carl Peralta. He is the owner of 77 Great Estates, an estate agency, member of ours on the Tower Road, Sliema seafront. Welcome on board the program.
Thank you for inviting us.
One of the issues I would like to raise with you in this program is why is it worth being an estate agent? Why do you hear estate agents saying that it is one of the best jobs in the world?
Well, nowadays, with regard to the best jobs in the world, I presume it would be a good professional footballer, apart from the income, also the glamour. But those are a few. With regard to estate agents in Malta, it's a career. It's not a job. It's one will reap what one invests into it. Best thing to do is to join a reputable estate agent. Because if one joins a reputable estate agency, the backup one will obtain will be tremendous.
We will stop for a break now and get back to you within a couple of minutes. Looking forward to seeing you. Welcome back to the program on F Living channel, Property Behind the Scenes, brought to you by the Federation of Estate Agents. This particular program is going to be in the English language for our international viewers. My name is Simon De Bono and I am the General Secretary of the Federation. Today, again with me, I have Dr. Carl Peralta, the owner of 77 Great Estates, one of our members located on the Tower Road seafront in Sliema. Dr. Peralta, we were saying that they describe being an estate agent as one of the best jobs in the world. Now, when you come to the nitty-gritty, the nuts and bolts, when we're talking about training, backup, income levels, and the ability to earn a living within our sector, what are your thoughts on this?
The income level is above average. So if an estate agent works hard, efficiently, has charisma, gains the trust of the transferor, the vendor, the lessor, and or the buyer and the lessee, the income one may earn is above average. It can give a lot of satisfaction because at the end of the day, you are dealing with first-time buyers, with foreigners who come over and are possibly anxious to find a dream home, a home to settle down. So the rewards are encouraging, very encouraging.
So we're talking not just monetary rewards, you also have emotional and value rewards that you're helping people to find a place where to stay.
Yes, with regard to emotions, I mean, estate agents, when they are on a high, they're on a high. So when they're selling, when they're doing well, you see them put in that extra hour, in the evening. They'll go in on a weekend, they'll meet clients before they go to work. They meet clients after work. So there are long hours. However, all one needs is to join a reputable estate agent and have a burning desire to succeed.
In reality, the large estate agencies have the resources to give an enormous amount of backup to the consultants.
Yes, even a medium-sized estate agent, even a one-office estate agency, have in-house marketing department, secretaries, general manager. They provide training, they provide clients. On the first day, a new estate agent may close a deal. Because the rental market is very, 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 very fast. You know, property will become available at 10 in the morning. By 11 or noon, it's already leased out.
So the advantages of working with an established estate agency is that you have got a structure. You've got a machine that's providing you with leads, that is providing you with contacts, that is providing you with properties. And it's just a matter of matching up the two scenarios.
Yes, it's not rocket science. It is relatively easy. One basically has to do 3 things in order to close a deal. One has to introduce the client to the property, negotiate the deal, and close the deal. It's as simple as that.
We hear that the market is going very well, and somebody expecting or thinking about joining our sector would want to know about the state of the market. What do you think at the moment?
Well, the demand is there. The supply is there too. So one could easily match 2 parties together. The property prices are increasing. Probably they're increasing due to the financial services Malta offices, the financial tax advantages used by companies such as betting companies. So foreign companies enjoy a tax break whereby they will effectively pay 5% income tax. Also, we'll see another wave of clients through Brexit. We already have received inquiries from companies registered in the United Kingdom. There is a sector which needs to be given attention, and that is the catering industry. So we are in touch constantly with landlords who own restaurants and would like to lease out their catering outlets. So there could be anything from a catering, from a bar, a takeaway, a restaurant, nightclub. And the biggest problem in the catering industry is staffing. So in order to find servers, waiters, waitresses, chefs is very hard. We are sure government will intervene and will offer incentives such as waiving national insurance for staff, for employees who work in the catering industry, whereby the employee and the employer will not pay national insurance. Unfortunately, catering is considered as a labor-intensive job, and therefore government has to intervene. We have also seen foreigners who have entered this market, foreigners who have set up shop, restaurants in Malta. They employ their family members. You know, the mother would be on the till, the wife would be serving the front of house, and most of them don't pay national insurance. Most of them don't punch in, therefore they don't pay VAT and income tax. And this has a ripple effect, a domino effect. It doesn't provide a level playing field, and I'm sure government will intervene, and it is already intervening. Maybe it should step up and impose harsher penalties.
For property owners and people who run catering establishments, I think level playing field is becoming a major issue. When you have competitors operating at a lower cost base, this means that not only are they effectively not competing, but they are also not regulated. The sanitary department doesn't know where these people are.
Definitely. Another big problem would be standards. So in order for employers who work above board, pay national insurance, punch in all their sales, in order to compete, they will have to give in on standards. So the quality of the meat, the quality of the fish. If not, the prices, they'll be outpriced.
So level playing field is very important to maintain standards.
Yes, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, Malta's tourism is a big industry for Malta, generates a lot of income. And obviously we're competing. We're competing with countries in the Mediterranean, south of France, Italy, etc. So the whole experience has to be enjoyed for tourism in order to have repeat business and increase our reputation, improve our reputation as well.
The local real estate market is varied here in Malta, but there's always room for improvement. Where do you think we can improve?
Yes, government were very successful with introducing the incentives for first-time buyers, whereby they pay they don't pay stamp duty, 5% stamp duty on the first 150,000. That is a saving about 5,000 euros. We should increase, the government should increase this level to 250,000 in order to be realistic.
Because now this is what an entry-level property constitutes.
Definitely. And it should also offer such a tax saving to vendors who sell to first-time buyers up to 250,000. Therefore, no final withholding tax should be charged on the first 250,000.
On condition that that cost saving is passed on to the buyers.
Definitely. Then, in this manner, vendors would be able to reduce the price of property, the prices of their property.
But we're also facing issues with buyers of limited means.
Yes. In turn, with these tax incentives, government should not provide social housing anymore. It should pass on such duty to private individuals, and private individuals who offer first-time buyers and buyers with limited means should be offered tax breaks and planning gains, whereby, for example, more floors could be built, or whereby the private individual will not be limited to building a certain amount of one-bedrooms. So, for example, it shouldn't be limited to building 20% of the whole entire block as one-bedrooms. It should allow that the whole block should be, could be built in one-bedrooms.
We'll now move for a short commercial break. Looking forward to seeing you. This is the station F Living, and the program is Property Behind the Scenes, brought to you by the Federation of Estate Agents. Thank you. Welcome back to the TV station F Living. This is the program Property Behind the Scenes, brought to you by the Federation of Estate Agents. I am Simon De Bono, General Secretary of the Federation. I have with me here Dr. Carl Peralta, the owner of 77 Great Estates, one of our members who is located on the Tower Road seafront. Dr. Peralta, we were discussing the issue of the one-bedrooms. Abroad, a one-bedroom would be about 25 square meters. The minimum square meters that one can build in Malta is 56 square meters. And you had said that there is a sort of ratio. They seem to be limiting the amount of one-bedrooms we can build. Could you expand on this?
Yes, if a block of apartments is built, government had in mind of creating standards whereby a whole government block will not consist of only one-bedrooms. So there's a ratio of 20% for one-bedrooms, another percentage for two-bedrooms, and the final percentage, the biggest percentage, is for three-bedrooms. However, nowadays the industry is changing. We have an enormous amount of foreign companies who are actually based in Malta, and their employees live in Malta. Most of them, their profile are bachelors. So for them to rent or buy a three-bedroom or a two-bedroom is useless. Therefore, we should move along with times, and government should amend, should tweak this limitation and allow for a whole block of apartments in certain locations, because most of these companies are based in certain locations, in order to consist of one-bedrooms. Why not?
And in reality, the market self-regulates, because if there is no demand for these, the contractors won't build them.
Yes, so much so, the first units which are acquired in a block of apartments are usually the one-bedrooms.
The one-bedrooms.
Because
so,
there is a demand.
And the private sector has the facility of bringing these very quickly onto the market.
Yes, as I said, I mean, it brings them on to the market so quickly because there is the demand. The demand is lined up.
It has to impact also with affordable rents, because if there will be a larger supply of smaller units, which are mostly bachelors in any case, or people, it should have an effect on affordability.
Rents are relatively high. Okay? So if we had to introduce more one-bedrooms, they could stabilize, rents would not keep on increasing, and as you said, it will be more affordable for couples. Even couples would want to live in a one-bedroom. You know, they work, they sleep, they go out to eat, and a one-bedroom suits their needs.
And it's their first step onto the property ladder.
First step onto the property ladder. We have seen many foreigners who have leased properties in Malta who have then eventually acquired properties, more than one property, for their kids, etc. They consider Malta very safe, English-speaking, very good economy, good standard of living, good cuisine, pleasant, you know, sea and sun.
We have issues, however. There are more buildings than we are comfortable with that have yet to be refurbished. So you see a large number of abandoned buildings due to inheritances, due to bank issues. Mm-hmm. What can be done about this?
Yes, I mean, dealing in real estate, one cannot help, you know, seeing policies adopted overseas. From a planning point of view, it must be faster, less costly, and more modern, smoother. There are various ideas with regard to planning. Abroad, one sees, you know, public car parks and public gardens overlying car parks. So you'll have a public garden, and instead of wasting the space underneath, there'll be public car parks. In Malta, we haven't seen this practice. These public car parks could even be offered to a private individual. So one could issue a tender, and government wouldn't even need to dedicate any time or energy, and could dispose of the land in that manner. From an aesthetical point of view, we need more uniformity, more symmetry, and more aesthetically pleasing buildings. In fact, the property market is so good that landowners bank the money in properties and enjoy the capital appreciation. However, aesthetically, some of these buildings are dilapidated. So I believe that government should intervene and should offer owners 50% rebate, tax rebate, towards the costs of improving the facade. Therefore, the costs will be pre-approved by a government official, and 50% of these costs, in order to improve the facade, will be offered as a rebate in the tax return.
Would there be necessary some sort of incentives to bring these properties onto the market? If we come across many cases where they are inheritances, where a small minority would hold up the majority from selling, could the government start to consider that legislative improvements that will allow these properties to be sold?
Most definitely, the government could assist with regard to helping out inherited properties to be disposed of, either sold or leased out. One could offer, once again, tax breaks. One could offer reduced rents, for example, on to the first few years that one rents out these properties. In this manner, there'll be more supply. There'll be more supply, the property prices will stabilize and be more affordable for buyers and lessees.
In the context, we're talking about some rather good ideas here, but somehow they don't seem to be getting there. We have a situation where the developers have a certain amount of influence and the government seems to be listening rather carefully, but an estate agent is a different kind of animal. We are the ambassadors, we are the intermediaries between the owners and the buyers, between the owners and the lessees. Should there be improvements in this regard?
Yes, the government is working hand in hand with developers. We believe that the Federation of Estate Agents should be giving the same amount of importance. At the end of the day, we all need each other. Government needs developers and needs Federation of Estate Agents, and developers need estate agents, and estate agents need developers. The first step is to regulate real estate agents, because at the end of the day, all there is a white paper. We are not licensed, and that should be the first step. Without that, we can't move on to the second step.
The market is such that there are a lot of players, all right? We have an organization called MCESD, which takes care of most issues relating to society in Malta. However, this property issue has now social consequences. Would you think there is time to sort of have an MCSD of property?
There are many improvements one can do, and we can keep on mentioning ideas and proposals. But I believe that first and foremost, unfortunately, I have to repeat, if we're not regulated, we're not recognized. Any estate agent, okay, if he isn't unlicensed, okay, could act dishonestly, could act in an untrustworthy manner. And this is the first step we should do. Each estate agent should be licensed, should be regulated. In that manner, one risks losing one license.
I thank you once again. We're going to go to a commercial break. All right, you are watching the channel F Living, and this program is called Property Behind the Scenes, brought to you by the Federation of Estate Agents. Welcome back to the program on F Living, Property Behind the Scenes, brought to you by the Federation of Estate Agents. Dr. Peralta, we have turnover within the industry. As some estate agents come and remain, some estate agents come and go. What's going on?
It's their perception. Some of them might think it's a 9-to-5 job, Monday to Friday. Most important thing is to join a reputable estate agency which provides the necessary backing, whether from a marketing point of view, training, client base, and it is not rocket science. It's relatively easy. Just takes hard work, working efficiently, effectively, have charisma, gaining the trust of clients. There are long hours. One has to work before clients go to work, so one has to show properties before they go to work, after, in weekends, etc. Some people, there's turnover because they probably have the wrong perception. Okay?
I thank you again for having followed us. I hope we have provided you with further insights into what is happening in property in Malta. Look forward to seeing you on the next program. We are on this channel, F Living, every day at 7:30 a.m. in the morning and 8:30 p.m. in the evening, from Monday to Friday, and on weekends, Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. in the morning and 6 p.m. in the evening. Looking forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.